to the start off at to the west, and then we'll eventually choose. Anyway, uh, this now. So, um, I would like. Well, no. Let's see. How do I want to do this? We'll start by. Hi, can you roll me percentile?
That's rare.
Don't give him one. Don't give him
Okay. It is. It's a quiet trip. You go a few days, just kind of plotting along, making your way to the south. Um, I need you to roll me one more percentile. Oh, okay.
Getting
All
flashback
right.
to a time in a different campaign where my character was just shooting finger lasers into the sky to vent off things. Roll the 3100. What?
Yep.
And afterwards, the DM's like, "Oh, good. This doesn't happen."
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
doing like a really heartfelt scene too. It's like randomly I see in chat, like the DM type, roll me a D100.
Yeah.
Sweats.
Anyway, however, after about 3 or I'll say about 4 days, as you're making camp for the night, you see some individuals, or you hear them before you see them. At least some of you. Some of you would see them, but you still hear them before you see them. From the darkness, you see what appears to be. Hang on, what fucking size are these things? Let me double check really quick because I don't.
Good question. Good question.
When the DM asks what size are these, it can't be good.
Oh, good.
Well,
You see 6 medium-sized. I mean, they look like they're about the size of like you guys,
Mhm.
but you see like 6 figures, just kind of like you can hear like what sounds like children's voices, just kind of like chit-chatting and like laughing. It sounds like they seem happy. And eventually, like this group comes into like view. It looks as though it is 6 fairly young, put that way, fairly young dragons, just kind of walking about, playing, like chit-chatting, stuff like that. You see them occasionally sit there and like talk about like, one of them will sit there and say, "Hey, what's this?" And they'll sit there and they'll like raise their face to the sky and they'll like breathe out like they're trying to do something, but nothing happens, and the others will just kind of sit there and laugh, and they'll just kind of move along stuff. They're just kind of like, it seems like they're just kind of like passing through.
So we're on the road and we just casually see juvenile dragons?
There is also one other human-ish individual with them. I say human-ish because despite the fact that they do look like a humanoid, they don't look like a dragonborn or like a half dragon. They look more like a human with dragon features. So like they've got wings and horns and a tail, and like you could see their eyes don't look like a human's eyes. So you can safely assume that that's probably not actually a human. And they're
Is
just
it a
kind of like,
tiefling?
no, it is not. It is, like I said, they have draconic
something.
features.
That's a transformed dragon, if I had to guess.
You would be correct. And they're just kind of, yeah.
How far away are they?
Well, you hear them from about 100 feet out in the darkness, and then once they when they get into the fire of like the campfire, because I imagine you probably have a fire for cooking and stuff. You know, they sit there and that'd probably be. I know a torch is 2040, but I don't know if I ever saw. I don't know if I've ever read how big a campfire would be.
I would imagine it'd be bigger, at least 3060 or 4080.
Yeah.
We'll say probably 4080. So you see them first about 80 feet out, but like it's obviously in dim light, so it's a little hard to see them. But as they kind of approach you, you see that there's these 6 little wormlings just kind of like jumping around, playing, laughing, chit-chatting.
Have they veered off the road? Like,
Oh no, they're very much just taking up the road.
because I wonder if they're traveling or are they coming towards us?
It looks like they're just traveling. But yeah, you notice that it appears that there is a gold dragon, a very young looking gold dragon. There also
Right.
appears to be green like a little green dragon. 2 red dragons that seem to be they're like they tend to stick together. A rather, how would I put this? A kind of pudgy looking brown colored dragon. And and then there's a dragon, how do I the best way I can describe it would be essentially it looks like a fluffy dragon.
Alright.
What?
No, I
Fluffy,
know.
fuzzy dragon.
Now I
It
know.
looks
Rose you
like
off this campaign.
Now I know.
yes.
Should we expect this to be a usual sight? Is it just kind of normal that just dragons?
In this country, it's not super common, but it's not like super unusual. It is a little unusual to see like this many, like especially younger dragons, kind of
Traveling
like
at night.
traveling at night and stuff. But it's not like, wait, no, this is wrong.
So
it's
we
like-
wouldn't be concerned then.
Not super concerned. You'd be a little like, well, that's weird, but not like.
Yeah, it's not unheard
Not
of.
like the end is nigh, they come to eat us.
Not like, oh shit, we're dead. As they approach closer to you, the rather, actually, let me double check that because
Pudgy?
this is a new dragon type for me because I've got books and they've all got like I've got like so many different types of dragons.
Do you have the gem dragons of Faerun?
Dragons have dragons.
I do, but I've got like let's see, brown dragons and
Like, yo,
fucking-
dog, we heard you like dragons.
yeah,
I
dog.
know you're a pain.
It's amazing. I love it.
Uh-huh.
Let's
I
see
know,
out the
right?
blue eyes white dragon. Aha!
But yeah, it looks a little bit chunkier, quote unquote, than the other dragons. And as they kind of approach, the little green one sits there and like kind of darts forward into your camp, looking kind of excited.
All one just raises a hand and gives a small wave.
Still, I would like to
presume we're-
hide.
I presume
Yeah.
we're sleeping in shifts, though.
Well, I mean, you've just
Uh.
started to like kind of set up camp and like start cooking
Okay.
food and shit like that. So
Hi
So it's
looks
not
up.
late.
Hi looks up and goes, "Can I help you?"
Do any of you happen to speak Draconic?
No.
No.
Any of
That-
you do?
She'll go.
I don't think so.
She's gonna go
Here's
say
the
that
fun
in
thing.
common. She's gonna say that in
Common.
common.
I normally always take Draconic. This is the
Yeah.
one campaign where I didn't take it.
Good job. Shit. Okay. So, like, this thing just starts fucking talking, and, like, you don't understand what it's saying. It's just kind of like, essentially to you, it's just kind of babbling. And it, like, sits there, like,
Does it sound rhythmical?
not, not
Or is it like
Yeah, more like that. More like it's just kind of like growling and like almost like growling and barking almost.
oh fuck.
But
Who's
like
the TPK boys?
so like the rest of them all sit there and like the rest of them all sit there and start to come up to you guys as well. The two red ones seem a little bit more standoffish though. The humanoid looking dude just kind of like slowly making his way towards your guys' camp.
Good evening.
They're all just they're all these little dragons seem very interested in you.
Of course.
Who would be cooking?
Probably
Maybe
all
I must-
wine because we didn't really get to have a lunch.
Okay.
So she wants
Little-
something
the
better than
little-
rations.
Yeah, little brown one. The little brown one kind of like waddles his way up to you and just kind of sits there looking at you, looking between you and the fire. Anyway, as the humanoid looking dude sits there and kind of gets close enough, with all these little dragons kind of running around and whatnot, just kind of like sniffing and investigating and stuff. He sits there and he said, "Oh, apologies. I did not expect to find anyone out on the roads. Normally, people tend to camp a bit more in the cover of the woods. I'm sorry if they're bothering you."
No, it's fine.
They're adorable.
Young dragons are gonna be curious. It's just how they are.
Yes, well, it's well, their parents wanted me to take them to see some humans, so I suppose this is quite fortuitous.
Well, we're not necessarily humans, but
Well, I
we're
suppose
humanoid.
that's kind of what he meant. Me as a DM, when I was a DM, I don't always remember to refer to them as humanoids. So
Humanoids, yeah.
yeah, humanoids.
Human-like presences.
Yes.
Like fiends.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
Good
fiends.
first impression.
We're so fiendish.
See, unfortunately, I don't speak Draconic, so I can't really say anything to them.
Well,
Obviously, that one wants food.
yes, he's well, ravenous little one. I've been trying to help him curb his enthusiasm in regards to that. But
Alvine kind of looks over the dragon. Yeah, I can see he's a healthy eater, isn't he?
yes, he certainly is. Do you mind if I sit down?
Go ahead.
He sits down kind of near you guys. So, what brings you all the way out here?
We're on our way to the capital.
Oh, well, exciting.
You just want to
Business
be a
trip.
translator for the little ones, or
Oh, no offense to them, but no offense or anything, but they're not exactly saying anything particularly important. The
I
little
just
brown
want
one is just wanting food again. The two red ones are just talking about, well, they're not used to seeing this. They're not exactly used to seeing this many people in one place. Where they come from, they're their parents are rather reclusive. They don't get out much, so they're a bit shy. The well, I suppose you could say the furry one there. That one's over near you, Priscilla. That one's a little confused by you, miss. He's not
Mm.
used to seeing, well, people that share fur, people that have fur like he does.
Uh,
I
Me?
can't say that I'm used to seeing dragons that have fur. It's actually rather surprising. Very interesting.
I
Oh,
thought that
they're,
Tabaxi were the only ones that really had this kind of fur coverage. He's cute though.
they're a bit of a unique. They're a bit unique. They come from up north, but, well, given the colder temperatures, there's not very many people up there.
Oh, so it's
I,
for survival?
yes. I'm just
Uh,
kind of their chaperone for the next few weeks or so.
So what brings a dragon like that down here?
Like I said, their parents are all, well, we dragons are
So would you be
reclusive.
something like a mentor, perhaps?
No, not necessarily. I'm more just a babysitter.
All right.
But we dragons tend to be rather reclusive. But given this state of the country, we've been slowly um, branching out, I suppose you could say. Many dragon parents have been seeking to have their children more familiarized with humanoid culture and things like that. After all, with people like you becoming a bit more used to and comfortable with our presence, it's only a matter of time before they make their way to a city or even just a small town or village that is filled with people who may have never seen or dealt with a dragon. It's important for them to learn how to act properly around them. As he sits there and kind of grabs the tail of the green one as it sits there and like starts jumping around and getting all excited and stuff.
All one just sort of chuckles. Well, at least this one's enthusiastic.
Yes. This one's by far this one's the oldest of this bunch here. She's been around people a bit more, but she still does tend to get a bit excited.
Nothing wrong with excitement, but yeah, I'm not from here originally, so it's good to know that they're friendly.
Well,
uh,
if, well, they have their tendencies. We all do, but this little journey is meant.
tendencies? And Priscilla ever so slightly shifts almost like half behind Olivine.
The little fluffy one just kind of looks at you confused.
Mhm.
Well, chromatics and certain other types of dragons do have certain less than savory tendencies. We've tried our best over the last few generations to temper and overcome those tendencies. Many of us, especially here in Aurelia, have done a remarkably good job of that. You'll notice that when you get to the capital, a lot of the dragons there are just like, well, you or anyone else you may meet. People trying to live their lives.
If
Would
you
I-
do not mind my asking, what
Yeah.
type of dragon are you?
Oh, myself?
It's a bit hard to tell in your form,
Oh,
but I'm simply
apologies.
curious.
Oh, I'm what would be referred to as a light dragon. Another bit of a more uncommon type. We don't really. We're more remote than most other kinds.
Hmm.
But like I said, we've all been trying to adjust to the way the world is now, especially in this country. We've seen that there's the possibility that we may not need to hide anymore. So
Would I
here
know
we
anything
are.
about this topic?
You would know that oh, well, let's see, how do I put it?
So I kind of looked at her and like, so light dragon, would that then mean you're more of a morning dragon? Just kind of gives her a playful smile.
I do prefer the daytime. Nighttime is a little difficult for me. But these little ones refuse to calm down, and I figured I'd take them out for a bit of a walk, try to wear them out a little.
Oh, well,
They're
that
like,
makes a lot of sense. That would explain why they're out and about at this time. You know, tucker them out a little bit so they can actually get some sleep.
yes,
Yes, quite fair.
they're like rambunctious puppies.
That's certainly one way to put it.
So essentially, you do know that there are. You know that dragons tend to have a lot more power in regards to like socio-political type stuff. A lot of like the heads of like a lot of people in higher positions of power you'll find are dragons because like for various reasons. As for sociological, over the last few hundred years they've started to try to integrate themselves more into society, so that way it's less of a unusual thing for dragons to be around. For certain types like chromatic ones and other non-chromatic or metallic dragons, they are kind of viewed in a more of a cautious light, just because
Makes sense.
there are still there are still humanoid creatures who do remember what they used to be like. But like people, like for instance, if it was a red dragon or like something like that, they would be more cautious around them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that people would like avoid them like the plague.
Right.
Not quite the
Obviously.
same.
Just be a little wary.
Yeah, not
They'd
the,
be a little wary of them, yeah.
so not quite the same situation as with tieflings in vanilla.
Yeah. The little red ones. Let's see, hang on. There's 6 of them. The little red ones seem very interested in hide.
I was just sitting
They're
down,
just kind of
watching intently.
yeah. They're behind you at this point, but they're not like super sneaky because they're not small.
They're not the best at being stealthy.
No,
they try to stealth, but the stealthing is like doom 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 doom.
I hide.
They've got like a
Pretty
negative
much.
modifier of 12.
I'm gonna hide.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're gonna hide while in the light. Yeah,
Oh.
they're all just kind of like doing their thing. The little green one is just kind of like sniffing around everything it can get to, while the dude like grabbing its tail every now. The little fluffy ones just kind of like nuzzling up to Priscilla. The little red ones are just kind of like cautiously smelling hide. The brown ones just kind of watching Olivine cook. And
Which one was the one that's snuggling after
the
Priscilla?
little fluffy one.
That was
fluffy one.
Was that the brown one or the?
No, that it's referred to as a boreal dragon.
Oh, boreal.
What
Okay.
color
Yeah.
is it?
It would be white and blue. Like it's got like blue, and it's got like a whitish. It's got like white spots and like white fur.
Okay, I fucking love that. Mostly because
Yeah.
I love the boreal lights.
And then the little gold ones just kind of like sitting there like watching Abanamran and like looking at his little raven. Just kind of curious as to what the hell it is.
Allwine glances over to the gold one. That one is surprisingly well behaved compared to the others.
Well, most metallics are a little bit better at training their children in regards to integration of into humanoid society.
If I'm not mistaken, metallics have had a lot longer relationship with humanoids.
Yes, it certainly makes it easier for them. The chromatics here are, well, they typically fall into one of two categories. They're either rather rambunctious like this one, or they tend to try to keep to themselves, like the two red ones over there.
Well, fortunately, I'm sorry we can't be a bit more exciting.
Oh,
It's late
no,
and
it's
we've been
fine.
traveling.
Like I said, they need to learn that humanoids aren't, no offense, as durable and energetic as they are, especially with them being so young.
It's
At
cute
that-
nonetheless.
At that, Priscilla would be like, "You said you wanted to tucker them out, right?
Yes.
Do they do music or dance at all?"
Well, I don't know if you can entirely consider what they do dancing, but I suppose yes. If you played some music, they may take to dancing, if you want to call it that.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Hey, Ivan, want to join in?
No.
Just no.
Just very flat.
Hmm?
It's far too
you're
late
boring.
to move it around.
But Amron's just relaxing casually.
Allvine is very focused on eating her now finished food.
Broad
It's like
Drax seems
the
very
flat
pleased with
flattest
that
no
food.
ever. Just like,
She's like,
No.
no. It's like, I got food. I'm good.
attempt 1 out of countless. So then Priscilla goes like, "Well, I am a musician, dancer, and entertainer, so I wonder how could we." And then she just kind of goes and looks at the like shimmies back a little bit, and then looks at the boreal dragon, or the fucking the moving aurora borealis.
The big fluffy one.
Yeah, the
Big
fluffy
floof. And she takes her paws in front of her, so that the palms of them are pointed upwards.
Okay.
And she starts humming. And then she, after a while, she closes her eyes and starts adding the rhythm to it, or the like the actual melody
Okay.
with her palms.
Roll me performance.
I have no inspiration for it. Don't have any instruments. Inspiration. I have no inspiration.
This is
You
like the
got this,
most
kid.
This is like the most terrifying thing ever.
Don't worry, they'll just eat you.
Entertain the dragons. Natural 1. Fucking
Sorry.
gets eaten by dragons.
Well,
shit. It's a 9.
That's a 9. Gotta
They
love it.
seem more confused than anything else.
Didn't you roll with? Why do you roll twice?
No, because I remember that you have to double click it, but no.
Okay.
Yeah, they just seem more confused than anything else.
Something
Oh,
got
don't-
rusty.
Oh, don't worry. They're not exactly connoisseurs of the arts, music included.
You just hear clapping beside you though.
It's like clapping of feathers.
Once you
Those are-
distracted their food to care.
Yep.
Too busy relaxing
Yeah.
to pay it too much mind.
The brown dragon is super fucking interested in your food, Alan. Like you can see him drooling.
Then
Otherwise, gonna take the last little bit of her meat on the edge of her fork and just hold it out to him. Because why not?
I hope you have another fork because he just ate your fork.
Well, I won't feed it.
Which one? Which dragons were? Good job. Which dragons were close to Priscilla again?
All of my shrugs at her now lack of fork.
um,
Wait,
I suppose I
fuck.
should have expected that, but oh well. I would
you
just kind of
hear,
grin.
yeah, you hear the humanoid one sit there and kind of bark something at the brown one. It's sort of kind of lowers its head, kind of shamedly a little bit. It's just, it essentially sits there like spits your fork back out, but it's all chewed up and tangled.
Picks it up, just kind of wipes it off. Starts to like straighten the prongs out, move the handle a bit so it's like a little more fork-like.
you could always
Apologies.
carve
He's,
one out of wood.
apologies for that, miss. He does tend to get a bit too enthusiastic when it comes to food.
Olivine
Too
just laughs. It's
enthusiastic.
fine. That was rather amusing. I'm sorry though for getting him in trouble. I just couldn't resist those eyes, they look so sweet.
Anyway,
still has-
the two near you hide were the red ones.
Okay, yeah, just like I just kind of shrug and then I reach in and Hyde reaches into a had a little pocket looking thing in her side and takes out a deck of cards. She starts to play and then she shuffles a little bit. Gonna do my showmanship just for fun.
Perversions of life. While you shuffle the cards.
13.
Okay, they seem interested, but they're not really sure what you're doing.
Olivine
No, hide.
gonna grab her deck of cards because now, and she, after Priscilla's and Hyde's attempt of, well, not the greatest, she's, why not? I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Try and do some card.
There is.
The point is flashy
Deck,
flashy
cranky.
shuffling.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Olivine's gonna try some flashy shuffling.
The green one walks up to you, Varys, and just kind of looks at you, kind of confused, and sits there, and it just kind of like smells you. It just kind of like circles around you a little bit. Yeah, they're not super sure what to make of what you're doing either. They're like,
I kind of drop a few cards.
what? Oh no.
Yeah.
Where do
The
you get the
brown
cards
dragon.
from?
The brown dragon sits there and like leans its head over and like thinking that maybe it's food, and it goes to like try to eat one of the cards.
Like quickly grabs it.
Yeah, the guy with them is just sits there and fucking kind of like sternly says something to him, and it sits there and it's just like just kind of looks confused for a minute, and then just like kind of looks back at you.
And then I just kind of just start playing, and then I just kind of place some cards around in a formation, and I start kind of playing rummy with myself.
Okay.
And Priscilla, is the boreal dragon still like next to her?
Oh yeah.
Okay. She goes, I wonder if you're the athletic type, despite all that fur. So she takes out the hempen rope and cuts off a part of it with a knife. or like however
Uh-huh.
she can, and she forms it into a makeshift jumping rope
Okay.
and hands her the part of it, or the boreal dragon, and she starts tapping and jumping in rhythm, kind of just like like a showmanship jump rope.
Okay.
The kind of where they like alter the pace and whatnot and the rhythm at what they jump. They
Okay.
twist it around.
Fancy jump roping.
It sits there and like it's got this rope in its mouth, and it looks at you, and it's a little confused, so it just starts jumping up and down with you.
Okay. Okay, then Priscilla's like, okay, you almost got it. You almost got it. Good job. And she stops and bends down and gently takes one end of the rope and attempts to put in its corresponding claw. It's gonna eat my hand. Please tell me it eats
No.
my hand.
No,
Fuck.
it does not eat your hand. So you so you know to like what are you trying to do?
Trying to put the rope in its hands in a way that it would be a jump rope.
The thing is you all right, looking down, you notice that this thing doesn't look like it has opposable thumbs.
Olivine having finished her food now, just kind
So
of
it
gives
looks
a
like
yawn.
yeah, it looks like it's got like the four toes, but it doesn't look like it has like opposable thumbs of any kind, so it wouldn't really be able to hold anything with its paw. Unless it was something like large, maybe. Delicate things aren't its strong suit.
So
I
Olivine
just wanted
stands up.
to help it to duck it out.
Olivine
Oh, well.
stands up. Says, "Well, you have to excuse me. I'm going to try and get some rest now. Me being short, I'm not as fast as the others. I gotta really move to keep up, so I'm tired."
Are the dragons still paying attention to my card games?
They're watching what you're doing. They're sitting there, and you can tell they're saying something, but it's in Draconic, so you don't really know what the hell they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So Olivine wanders off and just lays down.
Fucking brown dragon's following you. brown dragon's just gonna follow you and just kind of like
Playing.
look at you.
Olivine just disappears into her tent.
It just kind of
Dragon's
sits
follow.
outside. It's gonna sit there like stick its snout in your tent.
Yeah, but
Doesn't know what a tent is.
yeah, but
Apparently not.
but everyone's just laying back stargazing for the time being.
Yeah. Okay.
Olivine kind of like does a little shooey motion to try and get its head out of the tent so she could close it.
It sits there like it backs off eventually, but you can hear it kind of like just like woof onto the ground in front of your tent.
Olivine quickly closes the tent before they could like stick its head back in.
Okay. Varys, this green dragon's been like circling around you and like pouncing around and trying to get you to do something. Have you done anything?
I pull out my wood carver's tools.
Okay.
And start whittling along my sticks.
Okay, you're whittling a stick. So are you not? Are you like kind of pretending to not pay attention to this thing, or
Yep.
it's
It is
essentially
being
what it's gonna do
ignored.
is it's gonna stop in front of you. It's gonna sit there and look like it's thinking, and it's gonna look like it's got an idea. And it's gonna sit there. It's gonna like kind of like nudge you with nudge your like it's gonna sit there and it's gonna kind of like nudge you with its face.
It's a kitty.
Do you sit there and you pay any attention to it?
I glance at it. And I go back to whittling. I am specifically
Rejected.
trying to carve a dragon type feature in the stick.
Okay, all right, easy enough. The little gold one is very interested in your raven because it's been trying to touch it this whole time, but I mean, I feel like it probably wouldn't be able to because it's not like really there necessarily. So it's just like kind of like strange. It's like just kind of like I'm also casting light on the cards. They seem pretty interested in that. But it's just kind of like bewildered by your thing, and it sits there and after a little while is sitting there and like kind of like poking at it and trying to smell it and see what the fuck this thing is. It sits there and it sits there and you can tell that it sits there and it says, "What is?" It says that in common.
It's actually ambrosia. Holy shit!
We found ambrosia.
We found ambrosia at this cafe.
We found her, boys.
Ambrosia is like this, like cute as fuck, like aquamarine dragon in the key. It's like
but
Speaks like 10 words of
joke.
common.
Yeah, and it's fucking adorable.
friend.
Oh no, that was the gold one to Abanamran. If it wasn't
Yep.
clear, okay.
worries.
I know.
Did anyone else catch that?
The dragon's question?
Well,
No,
what the hell?
like the dragon
No.
addressing.
Oh, I heard what it said.
That's why I asked.
All I is currently passed out.
Yeah.
Is
She's dead to the world.
Yeah.
just to put it as simply as possible.
It kind of just like sits there and starts looking up where you're looking. And like it sits there and it like looks up and looks down at you, and looks up and looks down at you, and looks back up. Kind of tilts its head a little bit. What look?
Looking at the stars.
Stars.
Yep. Abenarmon just points at some of the stars in the sky.
It sits there and it like kind of perks up and it sits there and it like points up with one of its paws and it turns over to the dude and it sits there and it's like stars, and it just kind of like looks up all like wide-eyed and excited.
Stars!
Like, I learned a word.
Yeah.
Priscilla repeats as she hears that. Stars! What? What are you guys talking about?
It seems it's just looking up at the stars with Abenamran here.
Just
Anyway.
stargaze.
The little red ones have kind of like warmed up a little bit to you, Hyde, and they're just kind of they're more in front of you now, just kind of like watching what you're doing, just sitting there and chit chatting.
I'm kind of playing card games the single player way, in a way that might allow those paying attention to learn what I'm doing. Plus, I'm putting a little spin of it because light. I'm basically using light as a means to show that, hey, something's happening and that I did correctly.
Okay. Yeah, they're just watching you.
Uh-huh.
You carved that little dragon thing into the stick. What kind of dragon does it look like?
The one at my feet.
It sits there and it like, do you give it to it or? It sits there and it like takes it, and it looks really excited, and it sits there and it like really quickly runs over to the guy that they're with, and it starts saying something to him very like quickly and excited, and it shows him the stick, And he says something back, and he just kind of like pats it on the head and walks back to you. Or like it like fucking runs back over to you and sits there and it it sits there and it thinks and it looks like it gets an idea and
This is the greatest plan.
yeah, this is the best plan.
No, never is with fucking
It sits
wormling.
there. It sits there and
We're
it like it
probably
kind of
wrong.
like goes.
What?
Like it just kind of like harshly exhales. Let's put it that way.
Ah,
Is it doing it towards me or
Not towards you. It's just like it looks at you and it goes, and then it looks to you, and it does it again.
I look over to the
The guy, I think he wants to know if you can. You know that dragons have various types of magical breath abilities.
yeah.
It's wondering if you have anything like
Okay,
that.
back.
You look a little strange. You do have that cloak of yours. It's not. It's a part of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's where he's getting confused.
I look back to the little dragon and I shake my head no.
It sits there and yeah, it's confused because like he's got Varys has like this cloak like thing that looks kind of almost not like human skin like but almost
Okay.
skin like.
Okay.
And the dragon's not used to seeing a person like that, except for like other dragons, which would have wings. So it's like sitting there and trying to see if he can sit there and breathe stuff like a breath weapon.
So they're trying to goad him into breath weaponing.
Yeah, because they're like confused and they're like, "Hey, can you do breath weapons?"
Okay. Nothing
And
else.
obviously it can't. Yeah, nothing else.
It's like, hey, yeah, you're a dragon, right? Yeah, show me your breath weapon.
It sits there and it looks a little like confused and slightly disappointed, and then it sits there and it perks up and sits there and it like kind of like points away from you. It sits there, it points away from you, and it kind of just sits there and like does it again. And it's
That
just like
did not tickle.
and you can see like little tiny puffs of green something like come from its mouth. And it sits there and it like looks over at you, like it like really quickly like spins and like just like super excited, just goes like looking at you.
Shake my
Is it
head
with-
no again.
I think he was more just trying to show you.
Ah.
They're all still learning how to do that. He's honestly, he's kind of falling behind a little bit in that department, but he's getting there. He has to be a bit more careful than the rest of these, given that his isn't, well, what with green dragons like him, they tend to expel poisonous gas, which, well, unlike fire, it tends to spread a bit more, and he has to be a bit more careful about where he aims it and things like that. So he's been having trouble lately, and I can assume that he was hoping maybe you might have some pointers. I don't blame you if you don't. I mean, he confused you for being draconic of some kind. But clearly you're not, given you can't do that.
Yeah, I'm not a dragon.
Part of me thinks he was just kind of excited to show off how far he's gotten.
Pretty impressive for his age. From my opinion. Knowing much.
Well, that was funky. Headphones just had somebody sit there and sound like they were breaking up like over a radio.
To spice things up, during my card games, every so often I'll start doing something and then subsequently cast Toll the Dead at an unspecified point at the ground. Every so often.
Let me see something here.
Does the ground make the save?
Yeah, ground has to make the same.
Surprise!
what's
It's
the-
actually a
what-
mimic.
The
Ah!
ground is a
Damn, you
mini.
figured it out. One of them seems to kind of like. One of them doesn't seem too bothered by it. But you notice that when you start doing that, one of them gets kind of nervous and like kind of like shrinks back behind the other one a little bit.
Did I notice this? Yeah, I noticed this, you said.
Oh yeah, you would notice this.
After doing it, I just kind of look at it and just cock my head a little bit. To the side.
Oh, he's probably. She's always been a bit skittish. Her brother's a little bit more. Bold, I suppose you could say.
Which dragon's saying that?
That was the one that looks like a dude.
Oh, okay, of course.
Priscilla, determined to not be left behind by fire, walks up, lights a torch, and starts juggling.
Before you
Roll for
do
fun.
this time, I'll just take a quick break, and just walk up, just kind of jog over to you, and then touch you on the hip, and be like, okay, and then I'll jog back to towards my card games and continue doing that. Mindful not to
What?
cast Toll the Dead.
Did you just cast guidance on him?
You'll see.
I'm scared.
Oh, that's that. I love it when you say it that way. All right, roll performance.
I don't.
What's the worst that could happen?
He explodes. She explodes.
Not again.
No, that's not the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is that I light this entire fucking forest on fire.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right. Okay. Let me roll le performance. What the fuck was my performance here?
little gold one's just gonna kind of lay on its back, like right next to you, Abenamran, and just keep looking at the stars. With like,
Now roll a d4.
yeah, it's guidance.
Yeah. How the fuck do I roll d4? This.
Just just. So that's
That's-
13. It's been a while since you juggled torches. So you're a little clumsy at it, but the little boreal seems interested. Like it's sitting there, it's just kind of like watching the fire spin around and all that stuff.
And Priscilla feels frustrated because it's so clumsy, but she wants to do more, so she just relies on doing tricks with two torches, and then after a while the boreal seems interested and kind of intrigued, she turns towards. Is the him, right?
Yes, the Boreal is a he.
Okay. Turns towards the Boreal and kind of goes like, "Yes." So they were interested after all, and smiles at him while doing some simple flips and tricks with the torches.
I'm gonna sit there and watch.
Yay! I wanted to roll high on that.
I know.
Oh. So that's 2 torches expended
Okay.
from my end.
Alrighty. Alright, as night kind of goes on, you notice that the dragon is just kind of the general excitement and meeting new people does kind of just wear them down a little, slowly but surely. After about an hour or so, they do eventually sit there and start to like show signs of being tired. They start yawning, they kind of lay down, stuff like that. And the older one, the one that's transformed, sits there and just kind of looks around. Well, I suppose if it's not too much to ask, would you mind if we stayed here with you for the night? I can keep watch.
I don't see no reason not to.
Have you once had dinner yet?
Oh, they ate just before. They ate a little while before we saw you, or before we came across you. The little brown one's just, well, he's always hungry.
Makes
Okay, roll performance again. High.
Performance, not sleight of hand, by the way, for the purpose of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Barricaded in her tent by a chubby brown dragon. Yes. Yes, you are.
Do we have our own tents, all of us?
Okay.
Well, I would imagine so.
The reason why I'm suggesting sleight of hand is because the idea is doing things like suddenly acting confused and then finding a card right next to one of the dragons. Surprise.
All right, roll me the thingy then. Roll me sleight of hand.
It requires sneaky.
Okay.
Fuck is that mod? Jesus.
See, all right. So essentially, here's how I'm kind of rolling. Like you're able to do it. Like you're able to do it really well, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But like, whereas, like for instance, a stage magician would try to make it a bit more entertaining. The way you're doing it more just matter of fact, kind of thing. You're not like putting any kind of like flair or like what's the word, or like eccentricity into like your movements or anything like that. You're just like, oh hey, look, a card.
the successful sleight of hand. That's what I want to
Yeah.
It would at least be suitably intriguing. Huh, how did that card get there?
Yeah, they're like confused and stuff, but but like I said, it's more like you're just doing it kind of matter of fact rather than putting on a show.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
so
fine with me.
eventually eventually you all end up heading to, falling asleep, and the night is quiet. Nothing really happens. You wake up and the little dragons are still you all kind of wake up roughly at the same time. Obviously Olivine went to bed first, so she'd probably wake up first.
She found herself tripping into a pudgy brown dragon. She
Yeah.
kind of forgot that it was there.
Yeah, Abanamran would have known. Abanamran, like the individual dragons, as you guys go to bed or start trancing, sit there and just kind of like start like snuggling up to you and like sleeping next to you, or stuff like that.
Priscilla completely just absorbs the floof of the
Yeah.
boreal dragon.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
she's
Olivine-
essentially using the real dragon as a body pillow.
Yeah, it's more than fine with that.
Meanwhile, Olivine finds herself running into a wall of brown dragon scales.
Yeah, you open your tent and you're just kind of like kind of coming to,
Kinda
and
groggy.
you just kind of like run into this lump of brown dragon.
Right, that's
Well-
fair.
Well, good luck getting out of there.
It just
Oh.
sits there, like looks over at you, and kind of like it looks kind of groggy, like you woke it up.
Oh no.
It just gives a big old yawn and sits there and like looks at you for a moment. And
Olivine just kind of stares at it,
Well,
because
okay.
it can't really go anywhere until it moves.
Okay, so it looks at you and it like looks like it's still kind of like half asleep, and it sits there and like reaches its face out towards you and sits there and kind of like licks your face.
That'd be like my whole face compared to
Yeah.
a frickin' halfling.
Yeah,
Just get assaulted by tongue.
yeah, it just sits there and kind of like licks your face, and it like makes this weird face.
Olivine just kind of cringes a little, like wipes the drool off of like her face and her hair and just everything.
It gets
Like-
up, moves.
But good morning.
Just chuckles on my end.
Okay. Well, I certainly hope everyone is well rested. There's nothing new in your book.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Well, I appreciate all of you putting up with them. I know they can be a lot to handle.
It was rather fun and amusing, so no worries.
It was no
Well-
problem at all.
Well, I would hate to leave you without at least giving you a little bit of something as a reward. And he sits there and he reaches into the pack that he's had kind of on his side this whole time. And he hands each of you, and he sits there and he pulls out he pulls out a smaller sack, and he sits there and he hands each of you a single platinum coin.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Much
Oh, It's
appreciated.
10 gold.
Bill.
Some of you guys
Ash.
are bummed.
Yeah, some of you guys are fucking bums.
Fucking
Meanwhile, I got
Priscilla's-
deep pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this
for us? Yes, it is. You made my job much easier last night. You're welcome, little one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes,
Well,
much appreciated.
we should be on our way.
Yes, we need to get going as well.
Y'all
This-
expecting breakfast?
Well, to be fair, they all. He kind of looks around at all you. I doubt you have enough food to feed all of us.
That's a good point.
What did you say?
I doubt
I doubt you have enough food for.
to
feed
feed
all
all
of
of us. Because there are
Mhm.
6 medium-sized dragons, one of which looks like he's got more of an appetite than any of them. And then you've got him, who is also a dragon, and all of you. And none of you have mentioned like foraging or hunting, so you're probably like you probably would have done enough foraging or hunting for what you need,
Yeah,
but
that's
not
correct.
enough to feed 6
Yeah.
dragons.
That's correct. That's
Yeah,
correct. We have
fair
no
enough.
reason to
I
expect
mean-
this.
So,
I mean, we have 2 bite-sized, dinners right here. So
Shut your face.
we have a halfling and a kenku. So
anyway,
So
No, there
you're
will be no
saying-
halfling pie or chicken.
So what you're
Yes.
saying
I'm
is
Raven.
to So what you're saying is chicken and fish. Ha ha.
Hey,
Chicken and shrimp.
Chicken and shrimp. I like that.
chicken and broccoli.
Where are you getting the broccoli from?
Good
I
question.
am
know
not
why
a
I said
druid
that.
or a ranger.
Hey, the
what I
one-time
said.
ranger would be useful.
That's what I said. Chicken and shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the heck of it, should we roll for forwarding?
You don't need to roll for anything.
Okay.
He's essentially gonna sit there and say, well, I also need to teach them how to hunt a little. It'll probably be best for them to know how to handle themselves. Again, thank you all for your help and your and putting up with them.
It was fun. No worries.
Safe travels.
This one was like a bat. Yeah, sure. We know what the batteries are, like back in the medieval ages. It's like, this one was like a really warm quilt that moved. I could have slept in there forever.
Well, I'm glad at least they weren't too much trouble.
Hyde speaks in Lila's voice as she says, "Safe travels."
You as well. And he sits there and you watch as he kind of goes about 15 feet, 20 feet out, and you watch him begin to sit there and kind of like shift form to a rather slim looking dragon that mostly white with like blue stripes and markings with like yellow light. So like you have the blue stripe, and then inside, kind of like to highlight it, would be like light color, like yellow light colored stripes as well, with strangely red wings. As he sits there and he kind of like
Interesting.
sits there and says something again in Draconic, and he starts to like head off into the forest with the rest of the dragons following suit, leaving you all alone.
He doesn't
So
appear
pick up
to show recognition when I spoke to him.
of her voice.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
he didn't. I mean, given his size, you could probably tell that he himself was, for a dragon, still pretty
Yeah.
young. He was much smaller than Leela was.
And he was a light dragon, right?
Yeah, he was what would be referred to as a light dragon.
Guy. Sure.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so you gather your stuff together and you head out again. It's quite, making your way down the road, along the river and whatnot. It is relatively quiet for the next few days.
Making my way down road.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where
Where is it?
I hate myself for that song reference.
And
We're on a highway to capital.
yeah,
On the road again,
Still
just can't
waiting
wait to
for
get
you.
on the road again.
put you there for now. I'm gonna put you there because fucking there. How the fuck you traveling? Anyway, so like I said, everything's quiet for the next few days or so. And eventually, as you're traveling one day, you sit there and you hear what sound like voices coming off to your, like, off to the, not the east but the west. So yeah, off from the west. They do sound kind of, they, like, the two that you hear sound like kind of panicked.
And I want to
as
try to understand what they're saying.
Yeah, roll me everyone who wants to try and hear what they're saying, roll perception.
That's what I was waiting on. Attributes.
Oh wow. Good shit.
And that's really a 17.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, everyone but fucking Hyde, from what you can make out, like you can all make out various levels of what they're saying. But you can hear one of them sitting there and just you can hear one of them sitting there and essentially just kind of like trying to keep them moving. Like you can hear him like essentially
How high is the canopy?
you're not the I would say maybe
Are,
about
are we on a forest road?
oh no you're on a like it's more grasslandsy, maybe hills kind of.
Ah,
Are
okay.
we supposed to be on the map?
Not quite yet. Well, yeah, kind of. All right. So essentially, what you end up seeing, I was waiting for it to load, is the thing, because I had to
Yep.
preload this shit so that way no one ends up sitting there and. God damn it! Hang on. I don't know why I didn't save. It also doesn't have fucking global illumination. Essentially, what you see is you see and you hear four humans sitting that like you watch them like hop down this little like kind of like drop off. It's only about 3 or 4 feet, but you watch them pretty much just like jump off of it, and you can hear them sitting there and saying that they have to like. You hear one of them sitting there and saying, "No, just keep running. We'll find someone eventually. We just gotta stay ahead of them." You then notice You then notice like these 3 weird like kind of like they look like weird leathery chickens, but they're bigger than that, chasing these poor people.
So it's probably looks very apparent that these people are in trouble, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's super apparent. Like they sit there like they are very clearly running from these things, and as they kind of like get to about this point, they sit there and they see you, and you can see that like the one like right here that's kind of like that looks at you guys as like they're crossing the road, sits there and just kind of looks at you like fucking terrified, like asking for help.
Olivine's already lining up a shot for the closest one.
I'm assuming we've had a long rest. Yes, yeah, you've had a long rest. I've always felt that like I never know how to like handle travel because it's like difficult because it's like okay.
I like the D100
Well,
method.
no, my problem is mostly just the fact that the problem that I have is that like how do I handle like long rest? Like the way I tend to do it is, and I'm sorry if this kind of like messes with anything or like gets a little out of hand, but when it comes to like encounters, like combat encounters during travel, because you're always essentially going to have a long rest between them, I make them a little harder than usual, because you won't ever go into a fight not having everything available to you. You'll always have your spells
Makes sense.
and your health and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I make them a little harder.
Yep,
Hmm.
that's fair.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone roll for initiative.
Can I take a shot
cool.
since I was ready to shoot?
If you
Also-
yes.
Sorry, because it shows that I'm level 2, but it only shows that I am monk level 1.
Oh yeah, hang on. I forgot to add that. Oh, I know why. It's because I had originally hang on. Just delete that really quick and then come back over here to classes. And then come to York. I said no. Unlock. Delete that. Add them more.
How do you roll for initiative? Via.
Yeah, click the
So if you open your character
you
sheet,
click the I in there.
Ye-
Natural 12, that's pretty neat.
Okay, so
Where's my icon?
Oh wait, why?
I
Oh
died.
shit! Fucking what? Why were you deleted? Who deleted? I guess I deleted you. I apologize.
Well done.
Good job, Pete.
Well,
Anyway,
I
go ahead
died.
and roll your initiative.
I fucking die.
Yeah, you just
Priscilla has an
watch as
aneurysm.
Priscilla just watch as Priscilla just is gone.
Damn it, Donald!
and then just is back. She's just like, what happened?
Nice.
Damn it, Donald! Quit snapping.
Where was
Should
the-
take a brief
where-
trip to the Feywild.
Where was? Shut the fuck up. Where was the INI?
Next to AC.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Shield
That's
out.
right down the middle.
First,
Wow,
first thing
okay.
first is pull the shield out, of course.
All right, so I'm still not super sure kind of how to handle like actions before initiative is rolled, because Olivine did say that she wanted to ready a shot.
Oh,
Which-
considering we saw them coming.
So, but at the same time, like by that logic, I'm not like sure if I should have them like move or like order of operations kind of thing, because I'm trying to make sure that it's not like you all sit there and you're all like ready, like you all ready stuff, and then you just pretty much nuke them before they can do anything because of weird and like pre-initiative stuff. Because then
All
it's
right, we'll just go by
weird.
initiative order.
So
then.
what
No
we'll do is, for this instance, since you said you were readying an arrow, what I'll allow is, I'll allow you to take essentially, I'm going to treat it as a readied action. So if you want, you can use your reaction now to use your attack.
I will take it.
Since technically if you're using a bow, you don't get an attack of opportunity with it anyway.
Yeah.
So if anyone else has fucking sorry,
You-
Hyde sat there and said you were pulling out your shield and stuff. Is anybody else doing anything? Oh no!
Let me
You
try
can
that again.
re-roll that. You can re-roll that, thankfully, because otherwise someone was gonna get hit.
Oh, not much
And
better.
by someone, I mean the villager here. The commoner was gonna get shot.
You don't gotta be faster than like the monsters. You just gotta be faster than the slowest guy.
Yeah, fucking this dude just takes a fucking arrow to the knee. He's like, no.
This isn't Skyrim, and he's not
Well,
a
at least
guard.
the other three will get away.
Yeah. Actually, anyway, so Varys, Abominamrid, and Priscilla, would you have done anything, or are we just going based off of the two that have currently sat there and stated what they were doing?
I'm assuming
Well-
I can't do something like that, but with my finger laser. So
I will allow it, but again, it will take your reaction to do so.
that's fine. That's fine. Now just
if
to
and
figure
when
out
it's
who.
Nope. Priscilla won't be doing anything other than, like taking out her quarter staff and whatnot.
Okay, well,
no.
all right. Varys, are you just gonna like draw your weapons? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so top of the round, Abominamrid, if you want.
Yeah,
you can
I'm
go
working
ahead.
on doing that right now. For
Yeah.
now.
Oh. Hey. Wait.
Nice.
Really quick. Olivine, which one did you attack?
The one that he just attacked.
Okay.
That one right there.
Okay. So that was all right. And then he just dealt. Jesus. Okay, so that's actually that's
1
only
plus
11
4
damage.
plus.
That's
Wait,
11 damage.
how is it 11?
Because do you have agonizing blast yet?
No.
So then it would be the one that he rolled plus
Plus 4
the
plus 10.
max. No, it would be the one that he rolled because that was his damage die. Because for some reason there's an option to use the rule that we normally use, but for some reason for Foundry I haven't figured out why it won't work. So essentially what I do is I take the first roll. So it says 1 plus 4. So I take the 1, and then I essentially just maximize the second. So it would be 11 damage.
So the same
Okay.
as our usual crit rolls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the max damage die roll plus the normal damage.
Yes. So that would be 11 damage.
Alright, and that was the
That's
reaction one, I
so
remember.
yeah, so roll your other one.
Okay. And I'm still
Okay.
gonna target the same one
Go for it.
because might as well. And I'm
Cool.
gonna expend an inspiration to give myself advantage.
All right, that will still hit. So that's 17 plus 8, 25. Okay, you all watch as fucking Olivine like shoots an arrow, and then Abanamran just comes in and just like finger guns this motherfucker, like, and you don't know how it's not dead. It does, like, it's got one big ass hole in its side. It's got an arrow sticking out of its neck. It's got another fucking, like, smaller hole down on, like, its hip almost. You have no idea how this thing hasn't died yet.
All of my kind
damn.
of raises an eyebrow. Well, these are a little tough. Let's get ready for this.
I see something's undead.
Oh, it's not undead.
It's just the fucking juggernaut.
No. Okay.
Olivine,
That is
I mean, could I attempt to do a perception check
if you,
to
all right, if anyone wants to know what the hell this thing is, you can roll me either Arcana or either Arcana or Nature.
Well, let's see. Do I go
Olivine, however, you get to roll History
Good old history.
because
Well,
you
I
have
rolled
experience with
I rolled
stuff.
my better mod.
Okay.
dirty 20?
That's a-
My arcane
It's a solid 3.
arcana is better, but I'll take history.
It'll be a different answer depending on what you want. If you want to know what it is,
Oh yeah, I'll go with history.
yeah, then if
Do you
but if you want to
spend
kind of get an idea,
inspiration?
I don't think I have any.
feels
No, I
bad,
don't.
man.
Wait, yeah, I do. I have 1.
Use it. Use that. How's that?
Sure, I'll go with it.
But yeah, like I said, I know there's nothing strange happened once it was hit, indicating that it's holding on due to some undead.
No. Like these all these various like projectiles hit this thing, like seemingly all at once, and it like fucking screeches out in pain, and it like wobbles, and it's like having trouble staying up, but at the same time, it's like not. It doesn't appear like you can see that it is actively bleeding, not like just blood's falling out.
And that's a 19 history.
Okay. You would know that these are something called a cockatrice.
Oh.
Well, we got
Lovely.
ourselves a
Hide,
couple of
hide.
cases, guys.
You hide based on your Arcana roll. You would know that you don't really remember what these things are called, but you know that they do have kind of a unique property that they can turn creatures to stone.
Alvine will mention that. By the way, they can turn us to stone, so be very careful with these things. They're very dangerous.
Stone? How?
The cockatrices is what they do.
It is attempt.
It's what they do. Cockatrices.
Don't look them in the eyes.
Don't look them in the eyes.
Well, I guess we're just gonna, guys. We should take it. We should take
Okay.
it to.
Okay, no. All right, just so we're clear. All right, let me double check something. All right, so that was Abanamran's turn. So now it is one of their turns. Let me make sure. This thing is going to
Okay, but we do get that information relayed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this thing, essentially, like, fucking no. Come on. I can never. I wish I could just like. Yeah.
Noticing that we're kind of a threat, unlike the others.
Yeah, unlike the other things, you're kind of a threat. So this one just kind of like like uses its weird leathery wings to fly over to you guys, and it like kind of gets kind of low, a bit lower to the ground, like it's getting ready for something. That is its turn. Hyde, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to hold on, let me check something real quick. Okay. I am going, because I imagine I see this. I just want to, on my turn, once it is settled, I'm going to attempt to avoid its eyes, but at the same time, I am going to tap the hand symbol on my shield and then do a couple of hand motions, mutter to myself, thrust my hand forward, and use Channel Divinity, Path to the Grave.
Okay. What does that do?
The next attack roll that hits it deals double damage. It is vulnerable to it.
Which one?
The one that just ran up.
Okay, so this one. Gotcha.
And I just want to make
Cool.
sure it is within 30 feet, I think, so...
Oh yeah, it's within 30 feet.
Okay, but I'm moving here. For the purpose. And that is my action.
Okay. Alrighty.
As my
cool.
bonus action, I will just simply pull out a dagger.
Okay. Are you gonna
That's it.
throw it or? Oh, you're just gonna pull it out. Okay.
I mean, I don't think
All
I
right.
can throw it mechanically speaking.
Since it's a light weapon, yes.
This is a light weapon. I can't.
You could no. Since it's a light weapon, you're allowed to use a bonus action to use. You can use a bonus action to use a light weapon.
I don't want it to be my attack, which triggers it though. So can I
Okay,
just?
well, that's fine. I mean, if you want to wait, that's fine. I just wanted to know if you were going to attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I use my bonus action instead to ready attack for another coming by?
All right. So if something gets within range, you want to chuck your dagger.
Except the one that I hit with Channel Divinity.
No, because that would be a ready action. You need to use your action for that. So
Yeah. Okay.
unfortunately,
So no. Just pull out and that's it.
Okay. All right. So now it is the one that looks super fucked up turn. It is also going to make its way over closer to you guys. Albeit a little bit slower because it's got a giant fucking hole in it in its side. And it's gonna sit there. It's gonna do this something similar. It's gonna kind of like get a bit lower to the ground. Looks like it's getting kind of aggressive. Anyway, Priscilla, your turn.
Yeah, and for the record,
Priscilla-
you'll see this shimmering aura around it. That's kind of looking weird,
Yeah. Okay.
but bright. Mm-hmm.
Priscilla, seeing as they're like, so guess we just have to help him, right? So Priscilla puts her paw on Varys' shoulder, kicks herself up to speed, runs here, and with a counterclockwise spin, a two-handed smack on the injured cockatrice.
All right. Go ahead. Roll attack
With
with disadvantage.
All right.
Roll it with. Okay. You heard the disadvantage part. Good.
Inventory.
You're being very fucking careful not to get turned into stone.
Yeah.
How do I
So
roll a
all right.
D10 thing?
So if you're interested in rolling
Alt
the
roll,
attack, if you want, you should just be able to. Oop. Oop. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll, kind of yeah. Except we'll use the first. We ended up using the first attack. Well,
Mhm.
all right. So, I'm not sure if for you if it shows up this way, but if when you go to your inventory and you hover your cursor over your quarterstaff, a little die should show up. If you click on that, another separate window should show up that should have advantage, normal, and disadvantage. So you can roll it. So that way you can just automatically roll with advantage or disadvantage as needs be.
That was a misclick. Ignore that.
Yeah, it's fine. So your first attack missed.
Yeah. No, because
And-
then. Okay.
So your first attack, which was the first quarterstaff one, was an 8. That missed.
Mhm.
Were you going to attempt to attack it again?
Using a key point, flurry of blows.
Okay, so the second attack also missed because it was a 6. So you get one more attack, right?
No,
Because you
because
get to
those
make-
are unarmed. Those are unarmed.
Okay.
Because I rolled twice accidentally.
Oh,
so,
okay. So then, yeah,
yeah.
the first attack hit. So roll your 2 unarmed strikes.
The first attack missed, and then I'm rolling 2 unarmed strikes.
Yes, roll the 2 unarmed strikes.
So that would be flurry of blows. Or no, I need to roll unarmed. So
Yeah, I need to. So yeah, you could just click. There's in your weapons in your inventory. There should be an unarmed strike thing.
oh, there. Okay.
Yeah. So if you just, yeah, you should just be able to click.
Are
the,
these okay? Are these with disadvantage as
yes, they are. They are with disadvantage.
Unless you
Okay.
want to risk getting turned to stone. Be
Well,
my
no,
guest.
it's
The dodge action.
dodge action.
Oh, so that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one hits.
Yay!
All right. Yeah, nah, you sit there and you like swing at this thing with your quarterstaff and it like ducks its head out of the way and you sit there and you like fucking I don't know, like rising kick this fucking thing and like you can hear its neck fucking snap as you as like you watch its head just like go from being like really low to like back behind where its neck normally would be.
So that's
It's like damn near
Hyperextension.
touching its back.
so that counts as a critical hit.
Nah, I just like describing the
Nope.
way you kill things is brutal.
It's just very
Oh,
dead.
critical hit deaths are way worse.
Okay. Oh wait,
It
which
would have
one
been
did you
like
attack?
decapitated from force.
Yeah, you would have fucking kicked its fucking head off.
Oh,
The field
Awesome.
goal is good.
did you check out the injured one? What happened?
Yeah, the injured one is very much dead.
Gotcha.
So,
That one
that
dead.
was your first unarmed strike. Your second unarmed strike, which would have probably been against the one directly next to you.
Yeah.
That one did miss. So that means that unless you want to move, that would be the end of your turn, correct?
Yep. I'm
Okay.
in my turn there.
All right, Varys, it's your turn.
Move right here.
Okay.
I am going to invoke my Crimson Right on my rapier.
Okay. Roll your Hemocraft die.
How about another stun?
Okay, you only take 1 damage. Not bad.
Sweet.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
Nice.
That's the edgelord, the edgelord caster.
Yeah. Well, so roll your attacks.
Does it need to make a perception check?
Oh, yes, it does. You have normal. It's normal. All right,
It's
roll your
normal.
whip.
Okay.
That adds a D4 fire damage.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, so that's 12 damage. And that one also hits. So that's a total of 20 points of damage. When I
Did
said
you-
it's normal, that means that like the attack was made at normal, not disadvantage, because
Okay.
Don't forget the spell
the flank.
that was cast.
Did
on
you account for
Oh
Battle
wait,
Grip?
right. Never mind. Wait, so the other one, the channel divinity,
Yes.
does it double how
all,
like
all of the attack's damage.
okay, so that would have doubled the fire and its the piercing damage from
Yes.
the rapier. Okay, so that would have been 24 damage off of that, followed by another 8 damage for a total of 32 points of damage.
I think it's dead.
Yeah, no, it is very dead.
I
thing
like
made a
being a
great
brave
mistake.
cleric.
So
Okay, just a
would
moment
my
here.
damage have been doubled as well, or on who
No.
did you cast it on?
The one that just died.
This one.
You missed it.
Ah, okay.
And it's only one attack.
Yeah, only one
Okay.
attack and all of its effects, essentially.
So okay. Jesus Christ. I need to either stop putting things so far away from you people, or I need stronger enemies.
Well, to be fair, they are pretty far away, and we have a lot of range.
I mean, my
to
my
be fair,
I mean, my
one of
guys,
them.
yeah. I mean, my players killed 3 fucking dragon wormlings, so, and an ogre.
Well, we
Yeah.
got really good rolls on that one fight.
Yeah, and I
This one's
was able,
turn.
and I had auto credit with the real thing on the ogre thing with Witch Bolt.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, I get you. I have
In
options.
upcast, and that was an upcasted Witch Bolt, if I recall.
Oh no.
I think so.
Oh no, never mind. I don't have options.
Yeah,
Sorry,
this
Varys.
is-
Yep.
Yeah, at the time it wasn't. Yeah, it would have been a second level Witch Bolt at that for that ogre.
Oof.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah,
Okay.
a critical upcast second level Witch Bolt on that thing.
I'm trying to rework Witch Bolt because Witch Bolt is fucking garbage.
It's okay for what I need. It was okay for what I needed it for.
Yeah, like I feel
Very
like just compared
situational.
to other, I feel like compared to other spells, it's not worth it. It
Oh,
really is.
I'm not saying it is or that it's good
Yeah.
or worth it. It's just it worked for what I needed it for.
Yeah. All right. So this one flies over to Varys, and it is going to attempt to bite you, Varys. I don't know why that rolled with.
Wait, so this one's dead?
Yeah, that one's dead.
It's very dead.
Oh, it got an 8.
It missed.
Yeah. Oh, it wouldn't have fucking mattered anyway. You want to know how much damage you would have taken?
1.
0.
What?
Because cockatrices deal. Wait, why would it have taken? Oh, because they deal 1d4 minus 2 damage. Because they have a 6 in their strength. So half their die is worthless.
Yeah, their greatest threat
Oh,
is what
wow.
they can do to you.
Yeah, it's just the fact that they can turn you to stone.
I can't help but feel like that's game balance for. Oh, I can just petrify you.
Kind of, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, well, that's its turn. So, Olivine, you're up.
He's you.
God damn it. This is going fucking awful for me.
Oh, because Varys is right there. This is gonna be a sneak attack if it hits.
Yeah. Yeah, it will.
Seeing, knowing what these is, Albine is
Rip
a good distance away.
Rip cockatrice.
Cockatree. So,
You're probably right. It probably would be
Pew.
cockatree or something. All right, roll attack. That hits. So that's okay. So roll your sneak attack die.
How do you do that?
Just roll a d6. I haven't figured out why it won't fucking auto roll fucking sneak attack.
Probably
Or
because the
there's no
feature doesn't exist.
Yeah, maybe. So that's
15.
15 points of damage. Good shit.
Casual 15.
Yeah, casual 50. Casually more than half its health.
Yeah. Yeah, casual.
Well, to be fair, Olivine knows what these are.
And you're also a rogue.
All right. Well, it's the villagers, the commoners' turn. They're just gonna keep kind of get back a little bit. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're just gonna kind of get off the road and get out of the way. Abanamran, it's your turn.
Come on.
Just
Suddenly,
end
suddenly
it.
a
Just
young
end it.
adult, like, let's take it as a pet.
Flop. Okay. Come on. Click on the thing. Is this with advantage or normal?
No, it is not. It is normal.
Okay.
Okay, that's 8 more damage. It's still up, albeit barely.
And before I end, hang on. First, untarget you. There we go.
Okay. Hyde, it is your turn.
Finish here.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Just go ahead and finish it.
I'm just gonna go and jog up and
Finish him.
Yeet the
Wait.
dagger at it.
wait.
Oh.
Are any more of them up, or is it just that one?
No, it's just I don't know why these don't have the fucking dead face. That's the only one up. Like
Yeah, I
there's
was confused
literally
about that.
just the only one.
Yeah, if it's that,
Yeah,
that's just
these
gonna...
other
These other two are very dead.
they ate some bad rolls.
Yeah, they did.
How do? How? I have the quip. There we go. No?
What are you trying to do?
Attempting to roll via Foundry.
What are you trying to
Up
roll?
in the top left, you see the little target circle thing. Click on that, and then click on it.
Target? Oh. Oh, okay. I was in the sheet.
Yeah, select target. Click that.
Like the little bullseye thing.
Oh, wait, you can
Dutch.
roll from there?
Yeah,
Oh.
Bullseye in the top. Oh.
yeah,
here
in
we
the
go.
top left,
Yeah,
underneath the
yes.
anvil.
Yeah,
You see the bullseye?
Yeah, when you've got basic controls, there's that like select tokens, which is the top one. It's the square, and then there's the 2 circles, which is select targets,
Okay.
which is the one you
I
want.
have selected it, and then what do I do next?
You click on the
That's the wrong
one
one.
you want to attack.
This one is dead.
Oh.
This one is the only one currently still alive.
The one above Varys.
Yeah, the one above
Yes.
Varys.
Yes, this one's alive.
Yeah, it is selected, then...
Click on your weapon.
So I go to my sheet again. And clicking on the die. Did it do it? No? I clicked my weapon in my inventory. I have the quip and everything.
Okay, just a sec.
Off to the left, there should be a die that appears. Click on the die.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you mouse over it.
Yeah, it changes to a die.
Yeah, the icon changes to a die. Click that.
Icon changes to a die, you saying?
Yes, go to your inventory. Go to where weapons are. Mouse over the weapon, and on the left where the icon was will be a dice.
Like a d20.
Clear my throat.
There.
There you go. Okay. So you chuck this fucking dagger at this thing.
Damn, we rolled good.
Yeah.
Pain
chuck
DM
this
noises.
No, see, the thing is that, all right, I'll explain later. You chuck the dagger at this thing, and it like you nail it in its throat, and you can like kind of hear it like gurgle as it like kind of sways and like just falls to the ground, twitches a little bit, and stops moving. Is dead.
Well,
Is dead.
3 down, 2 to go. I mean, 4 to go.
Yep.
There's only 3 types there's only 3 types of people in this world. Those who can count and those who can't.
Oh man.
calm
Okay.
down,
Good
some more
job.
to go.
Well, seeing that the cockatrices are very much dead,
Yeah.
Allwine's going to head on over to these guys and see if they're all right.
Ah.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, thank the gods you guys came along.
Yeah, it seems like we just happened to be at the right place at the right time. Are you all right?
Yeah. We were just getting ready to head out. We were just camping, and then these things come out of nowhere. Thankfully, Tom over there heard and saw something. So it's not like they got the drop on us, thankfully.
Yeah, these here are cockatrices. They kind of turn you to stone.
Oh,
It's what they do.
doubly good that you guys came.
Yeah, they don't hurt that much, but if you get turned into stone, that's not really nasty. I would hate
Yeah,
to be that unflexible.
Not exactly the morning exercise I wanted, but at least none of us turned to stone, so
That
that's
is
a plus.
certainly a plus.
Man. Well, shit, hang on. It's not much, but he hands you a small vial with some red liquid in it.
Oh, thank you.
You guys seem like you know what you're doing, so that leads me to the assumption that you're probably gonna come across something else like this somewhere else, and you seem like you could probably use this a lot more than I can. He gives you a healing potion. I already added the healing potion to your inventory, so you're good.
Just another day, out in the wilderness.
Except in
Well,
the potions.
I mean, I guess for you, but I don't know. This is a little unusual for us, at least. Normally, it's really quiet around these parts, but I guess things like this just do kind of happen here and there.
Yeah, those creatures are pretty rare, actually. You guys got very unlucky.
The level 1
Yeah.
healing potion?
Yeah, I gave it to Olivine.
Yeah, but it's the level 1?
Yeah, that's a level 1.
Okay. Her Google
So I
Sheets
guess
hasn't been updated yet, so.
I'll take care of that later. So
Will
yeah,
that
I
be
guess you
able
could
to-
say you're.
now.
I guess you could say you were both extremely unlucky and very lucky.
Well, at least the unlucky part didn't get anybody killed. So, hey.
The way to look at it.
So, were you just camping here, or
Yeah.
what were you bunch doing here?
We decided we were camping. We come from a village to the west. We come from a village to the west. We like to come to this river to fish every now and then. Figured we'd spend the night and whatnot. Yeah, we woke up and that's when we got everything packed up to head back home, and that's when those things showed up. So,
Is it the village of Mirik, by chance?
Eric?
Yeah, we're actually heading there,
No.
and from there to the capital.
Oh, Myrick. Oh, no. We don't come from Myrick. We come from a little, kind of a smaller village. Not really smaller. I guess it's like bigger than some villages. It's like just a smaller village. It's not like Myrick. Myrick is more like a town or a city. We've never been there.
Oh, is it still that far off?
As far as I'm aware, you're probably about a week or so out at this point.
Yeah, it's a great distance away. Well, if you guys are fine, then we got quite a road ahead of us.
Yeah,
you do all
seems
be
like
careful
it.
out there.
Yeah, we'll definitely be a lot more careful. Thanks
You-
again for the help.
Yeah,
Do
of
be
course.
careful out there.
Did you do that? Whose voice did you do that in?
Olivine, who just spoke.
Oh, yeah. He sits there and he looks at you like, what? That's weird, but
I still got the notebook out, and it shows, and it just says, "You okay?"
yeah, we're fine. Anyway, you guys take care. We're just gonna head back to the village. We might have to sit there and talk to our we might have to sit there and talk to the village dragon about those things. Let them know that there's a few unsavory things wandering about the area.
Yeah, more than a few.
Nods,
All right.
nods,
Oh,
nods, and
now.
nods and goes, "You guys should take care."
You're kind of a strange one, but okay. Anyway, bye everyone. And they just kind of like make their way back towards the west.
Bye, everyone.
He's so confused. Bye. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, it's not every day you come across a Kenku.
Indeed.
No, no it isn't.
No,
Okay.
they,
So that's
they
the,
encounter cockatraces in Kenku in one day. That's
Yeah,
quite
it's
an
very
adventure.
strange. Okay, so I did have one more non-combat encounter planned for your little travel to Mirek. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to end the session here? Show of hands.
Sure, we'll do it.
Well, I'd
I'm
like to
fine either
continue.
way.
I'd
Okay.
like to.
All right. So, another few quiet days go by. Everything seems fine. However, eventually you come across, after about 4 days again, you come across something that puts at least you, Olivine, on guard.
Uh-oh.
You come across what appears to be 6. You would know them as gnolls. Hyena-like humanoids.
Uh-huh.
Fucking Knowles.
Yeah,
We have a lot of
fucking
experience with them from a different campaign.
Oh yeah,
No,
we've
literally from multiple campaigns.
Yeah,
So
you
many
come across you come across a group of like 6 gnolls, and it seems like they're traveling together in a bit of kind of like a cart almost.
Olivine's watching them very carefully,
Oh, they're gypsies.
Kind of.
making sure they don't do anything sudden.
As you guys kind of like get closer to one another, the one who is driving sits there, and like you notice they start to slow down as they get closer to you guys.
I hide before they can see me.
Roll stealth.
Hi, Priscilla. Hi.
Stealth's
why
not
did
working
you-
for you today.
Why did you roll sleight of hand?
Oh, fuck, I'm dumb.
I'm pretty sure your stealth's better than that.
It's the
Maybe.
same, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, all right, yeah, okay, all right. Well, they still very much see you, so they see you trying to hide, and they're just like, it looks kind of confused. As you get closer, you notice that in their like wagon, it looks like they've got like various different kinds of like gear. Like they've got what looks like some kinds of armor and some shields and some like none of it's like super like high quality like you'd be able to find in like more legitimate blacksmith or something like that. But just based on your experience with these things and the way it looks usable. And like it's all just kind of like rough equipment, like kind of like makeshift spears and like rough swords and shields, armor, stuff like that. And like I said, as you guys kind of get closer to one another, you notice them start to sit there and slow down, and they stop just before you, like, as you guys get within about 5-10 feet of each other. And the knoll sits there. The one at the helm essentially sits there and just kind of looks over you guys as you're kind of still approaching them a little bit.
As he does.
And yeah,
Does he
See,
seem?
Olivine just doesn't say anything and just keeps walking.
Does he seem like an honest person?
you
Don't
have no
know.
idea.
Okay.
He doesn't seem like he's not like looking around shiftily. He's just kind of looking down at you guys.
We should be grateful they're not attacking us.
He sits there and he looks down at you guys and he sits there and he says, "Oh, somebody said something and it just sounded like some sort of weird glitch."
He opens his mouth and
That's
sounds come
yummy.
out.
Yeah, he just like throws the fucking top of his head back and like his mouth is just open and like fucking glitch noises come out of his mouth.
That's
Not gonna lie, that would be
yummy.
Olivine
terrifying.
starts to run.
That's wrong.
Yeah,
my
all
mic-
one
Needs to get out
starts
of
to
here.
run.
Is my mic still doing that?
Every now and then. I don't know whose it is. Did you say something there?
That's yummy.
Is my mic
That's a
still
yummy
doing
mic.
it?
No, it's fine.
Anyway, it looks at you and it sits there and says, "You need
You beat?
gear. You need
Yeah.
gear to sell.
Wait, you need.
You
gear to
need-
sell?
You need, period, gear to sell."
Oh, okay. I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Gnolls don't normally speak English. He's
Or
trying, man.
Yeah.
It didn't speak. He's trying, man. Be nice.
No. I didn't. No, I didn't like. No, like me as vibes in.
Gotcha. I get you. I get you.
There's
It's like,
and asks him,
how's our equipment?
Well, I'm sorry. What the
Uh,
fuck did you just say, Fiber?
What? How's our equipment? It's perfect. It's perfect. I could use some more trinkets.
He
Just
sits
Priscilla
there.
looks around.
Does the whole English motherfucker scene from Pulp Fiction count as being nice?
English motherfucker, do you speak?
Anyway, he sits there and he like kind of turns around and he like barks something at the dudes in the back, and they all just kind of like sit there and like hop down. And you notice that the sides where they were sitting kind of sit there and fold down. And as they fold down, they sit there and they kind of like roll out like a makeshift blanket type thing. And you can see that they've got like a bunch of different trinkets, and they have all that like makeshift, like kind of like homemade makeshift armor and weapons and stuff.
What do they have with trinkets?
Trinkets?
Yeah, what kind of trinkets do they have?
Let me find.
Olivine's gonna take a look at them
What kind of
closely and
weapons?
see if they happen to have anything they don't realize what they have.
Roll me investigation.
I would like to see what they have as well. The kind of like
look at-
potions.
Anyone who's just kind of like doing more than just like a cursory glance and is like actually like trying to figure out if they have anything of like legitimate value, roll me investigation. If you're just like looking and browsing to see what they have in general, you don't have to roll.
12.
I'm just looking and browsing in general.
Okay. So,
How long does it take a
Um,
close look?
okay.
Nice,
Like in
not just
regards
him.
That's a
in
22.
regards to trinkets, they've got like what looks like a piece of a crystal. They've got like an old chess piece looks like it's made of glass. They've got like a weird block made of something. They've got like a doll, like kind of like a little like a crude like knoll doll that was knit together. They've got like this weird multicolored stone disc. They've got like a pair of old socks, a rabbit's foot, fucking they've got like a single caltrip made from bone. They've got a couple of different like carved bone figurines.
All I know is that sometimes gnolls will gather stuff and they don't realize how useful or good it is. So she's
Yeah.
taking a close look
Yeah,
in
pretty
case
much.
we get lucky.
Priscilla's just looking for stuff for her performance.
Um,
Hence why the trinkets.
Yeah,
And
they've
now
got-
I'm trying to find something that might be magic related.
okay.
As is all mine.
All right. So as for Varys, in regards to gear that they have, I closed the books too far. It looks like they've got like they've got some hide. They've got a few things of hide armor. They've got
Me armor.
yeah, they've got fucking cozy armor. They've got what looks like a like a bit dingy, but they've got like a chain shirt. They've got a few more crude but effective looking shields, and they have what looks like not necessarily crude by any or by any means, but if you could imagine a gnoll making studded leather armor, that. Like, it's very animalistic in theme and stuff.
Very tribal.
Very tribal looking.
Makes sense.
They also have, like, some simple weapons, like some clubs, some hand axes, like a mace or something. And then they've got a short sword. They've got what appears to be a pretty big sword. They've got a great sword. They've got like makeshift arrows and bolts for crossbows, some darts. They've got like a dingy net. And for those of you who rolled investigation to see if you could find anything magical in nature of any kind, you notice that there is, I mean, my cloak is of a black feathery like design. Yeah. I mean, none of you have studded leather armor, so
Just leather.
yeah, just leather, so it's a possibility. Anyway, so you don't have studded leather. How do you oh wait, right, because you're given the option of either medium armor or studded leather. Because just a sec.
As for my request though, wait, which one?
You are looking for potions, armors, and weapons. Well, I explain the armors and weapons.
Yeah.
The potions. Let me see. Damn it, Dungeon Master's Guide. Get your doomed ass over here. I want to know.
Your what ass?
My ding.
Ah.
DMG, your ding.
Dude.
You ding.
Doom game.
Yeah,
The Earned armor.
give me just a minute. I'm gonna look up with that because I actually have some stuff that they have that is magical that isn't a thing.
It's a thing.
Well, that
It's
isn't
a
a
kind of thing.
potion. It isn't a potion. They seem to have a strange, like spongy, gelatinous bead. They have. Let's see, what else do they have here? They have a they have a weird cloak that like seems to just like billow on its own.
You really added that?
Yes, I added the cloak of billowing. Fight me.
I won't because I
Oh,
love
fuck
you
is
for it.
What is that? While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically. you're like, what's that? And then they sit there and they let you try it on. And they sit there and like they just kind of make a like you sit there and you put it on and they like make a weird gesture and like you just kind of like copy them a little bit and it starts to like just billow dramatically despite the fact that there's like very little wind. um they have well that's useful to anyone, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. They have what appears to be let me double check something here on Priscilla.
What?
Oh, okay. So that's the only one. They have a very roughly made drum.
Eee.
They have a strange key that they don't really know what it opens. They're just like, it's a key.
That's not fucking suspicious at all.
They have a wand. One of them sits there. They have a wand, and one of them sits there and like points it at. You'd already be. Oh no, perfect. They have a wand that they sit there and they point at you, Priscilla. And
Huh?
it sits there. It just sits there, and it just sits there, and it puts its finger up like it's like it puts its finger up like just like one, like it wants you to like roll me insight.
Can I roll insight as well? Just to heck of it?
Sure,
What
roll
the
me
fuck
in.
is-
Just roll me insight.
Damn it.
Both roll me insight.
That's
Okay.
13.
There's
That's an
there's another one.
20.
Okay.
Here I go.
So Priscilla, you're not entirely sure what this guy wants. Hyde, you think he wants him to do something, or more specifically, not do something? Abanamrin, you're pretty sure that whatever this like little stick does, he does not want Priscilla to fight it.
Hide.
So, do you relay that information?
Yes, I do.
He points this wand at you, or this stick at you,
Okay.
and like there's like this weird sparkle at the end of it. And
Is this what I think it is?
What's
Wait,
happening to me?
no, he points it at you, and
Huh?
you don't notice anything happen. So you kind of turn to the others and you shrug, but you notice that that Priscilla is now very much scowling.
Wand of Scowls.
Wand of scowl.
Wait,
He sits there and he grabs another stick and he points it at you and he does the same gesture. Do you resist?
I mean, I don't know that I'm scowling.
Okay, he points it at you. There's like there's more of a happy shine to it. The previous one was more of a like just kind of like it like had a very like angry like hue to it, if that makes sense. And you sit there and you're like confused again because nothing happens, and you all watch as she's facing you as her scowl turns into this big old smile.
Smile.
Wand
So back to
Wand
normal.
smiles.
Think of a derpy cat smile.
Yeah.
Derpy kitty smile.
happening?
It doesn't.
Novelty trinket wand.
Yeah, for the next minute you are smiling. You also notice,
Okay.
Abanamran and Olivine, you had the highest one. You notice a strange quiver of about 16 arrows. They look a little bit higher quality than the rest. And this guy sits there. Ritual cast detect magic. Do you want to sit there for 10 minutes?
Yes.
Should probably just use a spell slot.
No.
Okay, so you're gonna have to kind of try to convince them to stay still for 10 minutes.
No, no, how to stay still for 10 minutes. I'm just doing
You
it.
have to be. Well, okay, so all right, you begin the ritual cast.
So long as
detect magic.
we're still browsing and being customers, I see no
Okay.
reason, you know.
So you sit there and you like take these arrows and you kind of like investigate them. And you notice something kind of strange about them. What's your I want you to roll me perception with advantage really quick.
With advantage?
Well, no, just investigation with advantage.
I'm gonna. I'd say I'd use my magnifying glass, but I guess I already have advantage.
Wait, no, you mean Olivine, not me?
It's Olivine, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was confused.
Sorry. Yeah, investigation with advantage, because of your high previous roll. Okay, so it's a 21. Good shit. As you like kind of take this arrow and you like investigate it, compared to the rest of the arrows that they have, which look a little bit rougher, obviously less care was put into them. These look more finely made. And as you sit there and you kind of like look, like investigate it, like the arrow as a whole, you notice that it's strange. You've got like the feathers, the feathers on the end, and like the head on the other end, but you notice that there's like nothing holding it together. Like it doesn't look like the head is tied or affixed to it by like any like the feathers don't look like they're tied or anything, and the head doesn't look like it's like inserted onto the head of the shaft. It's like almost as if it's just like this arrow came into being as this shape. Like it's one solid object.
I'm assuming she probably believes it's probably magical.
As you continue to investigate it, you like sort of like bend it a little bit, and you notice that despite it having like similar flexibility to a normal arrow, whereas with like other arrows you would kind of feel and possibly even hear the arrows, the wood of the arrow start to like possibly like bend or even crack depending on like how
Kind of give a little.
yeah, like it gives, but like it seems almost like if you eat, like it doesn't feel like you'd be able to break this even if you tried. Like you feel like even if you gave it everything you had and tried to break this arrow over your knee, like it feels like it wouldn't break.
These are some pretty good arrows. Olivine's going to inquire about buying them because she needs more arrows.
Indeed. And
Did I have pen and paper, by the way?
They have some paper, but they don't have like pens.
What paper? I would
what?
at some point, after completing my ritual, ask for that.
Okay, well, this isn't taking 10 minutes, which is why I'm a little confused. I'll let you know when I feel like 10 minutes has passed.
Okay.
Alright. I'm check up. What else was there? Yeah,
There-
but this.
There
With
was the
my-
trinkets, there was the instrument, there was the cape, there was the little wands, there was a drum. There was that weird spongy gelatinous bead. There was what else? But yeah, that was pretty much all you saw that was magic. It's nothing like extremely super fucking amazingly magic. But you know, it is just kind of oh, there was the weird key.
Check out that cube thing to see if I can get an idea on what it would be about.
You mean the spongy gelatinous bead?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me investigation.
Gonna burn an yeah, I'm gonna burn an inspiration, which would put me back at 2 because I forgot to update that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but yeah, I get you. It's just you're kind of doing this kind of in the middle of everyone doing stuff, so like everyone's kind of had time to browse. You would know this.
Just again, I give myself advantage here.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you would know that this is what is referred to as it's a bead of nourishment. So essentially, it's essentially a bead that you can just pop in your mouth and you're good for the day in terms of food.
Huh.
Good berry. How many of them are there?
It looks like there's a bag of 5 of them.
So 5 beans of 8 beans?
Just a sec, sorry.
Essentially?
Okay, go ahead. My headphones fell off.
So
yeah, there's a
5
bag of 5.
Bag of 5 with 8 each, right?
Sorry, a bag of 5 with what?
8 each, you said.
No, I said there is a bag of 5 of them.
Oh, okay, so good for 5 days. Cool. That'd be useful.
Yeah. So it'd be 5 days. It'd be enough for one person for 5 days, or enough for 5 people for 1 day.
Considering rations are heavy, they're not bad.
I'm gonna acquire that with purchase.
What did I miss? Sorry.
Nothing. We just established what the
Um,
gelatinous beads are. They are
Bead
nourishment.
of nourishment. Beads of nourishment.
Lightweight food.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's
Like good
basically good berry, and it's 5 in the bag.
Okay.
Okay, so the instrument, the little drum that I mentioned, the kind of rough-looking drum. He notices you kind of taking a look at it, and he sits there, and he kind of hands it to you.
Priscilla candidly takes it.
And he sits there and he makes like a drumming motion.
Priscilla flips it around to her other hand, to right hand, and hits the surface of the drum first with her knuckles and then twice with her palm to kind of like see what kind of sound it makes.
As you begin to play it, even just like kind of minorly, you notice that like little like this you start to see like a faint outline of what almost seems like a spectral dancer start to form, and then like as you're just kind of like willy-nilly whatever playing it. But yeah, you see like this faint spectral dancer begin to like take form. And as you sit there and you continue to play it a bit more,
This time
pretty
with
much
a bit better rhythm.
yeah, with a better rhythm. An illusory spectral dancer kind of surround with like she's dancing around with like she's got like some butterflies flying around her and stuff like that.
It says
Sits there,
Priscilla
like,
written all over it.
forms like within like she's just dancing around you.
That
I
would definitely help
start
you.
doing like Priscilla starts doing rotations in the direction of the dancer while increasingly raising the rhythm of the drum to kind
Yeah.
of see just how far does this go? How far can we take this? She's
Yeah, no,
absolutely enamored with this fucking drum.
the fucking thing, like, the dancer begins to, like, the dancer follows the beat and stuff, and, like, eventually, like, as you, like, pick up the beat and stuff like that, like, little illusory, like, music notes start to sit there and, like, form in within a pretty small area of you, stuff like that.
What happens if you play both drums at the same time?
There's one drum. It is a hand drum.
Yeah, but there's my own drum as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
Would you go like full bongos with these things?
That's so fucking cool. Like, that's just me saying it. Priscilla's like,
it.
Priscilla's just enamored with this thing, I imagine.
Instrument of illusions.
this is so cool. As she just jumps into a full-on fucking, like, crescenta of like notes and like A and B parts of different like songs she's learned, dances, and she's just going fucking all around the place.
Yeah, some of the knolls are kind of starting to like bob up and down like happily with like kind of like like
They're digging it.
Yeah, they're digging it. They're enjoying it. So,
she's just going around having the time of her life.
Potions.
I'll take it. How much?
Okay. Just a moment. Potions. They have.
Why can't we have these kinds of knolls in our other campaigns?
Yeah, our gnolls are assholes.
Well, because
Aside
I'm
from
weird.
Aside from the Benedict Arnolds who roll not one under thing and hit their friends.
Yes, the Benedict Arnolds. We have a lot of those.
We like those ones.
You find a vial filled with a strange purple, like it's a strange liquid that seems to glow like bright purple. That is the only potion you were able to find amongst their stuff.
Is Allwine able to identify what this might be?
Yeah, you can try. Roll. You don't have alchemy tools, but you can roll history.
I love this fucking drum. Best item.
No idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not entirely sure. You've seen glowing potions before, so
It's a potion. It does something.
What ask him?
Okay. He sits there and he grabs the vial. And he sits there and he says, he sits there and he points to it and he says, "Drink, protect, raid."
What was that last word he said?
Brain.
Protect brain.
Drink.
Ah.
Yeah, protect brain.
Ah.
Oh, it's like a mental protection.
Wait, brain, drain, or rain?
Brain. So it's
brain.
It's a
Brain.
wisdom
It's your
thing.
brain. It's got like
Okay.
wisdom protection or something.
Okay. At first I heard rain, and I was
Me
like,
too.
what the fuck?
Potion of rain, protection rain.
It's a potion of psychic resistance.
Okay, that makes sense. Fucking hell, I hate myself.
No, it's a potion of protection rain.
Yeah.
You know, it rains and increases your AC by 1 when standing in it.
It allows you to play Toho on Lunatic. There you go.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Uh,
That'd be useful.
Who is interested in buying what? We will start with Abanamran. Was there anything you wanted to purchase?
The makeshift Goodberry.
All right, makeshift good berries.
Yeah. Because I already forgot the name, so I'm just gonna
They're
call them
feed
that.
of nourishment, but yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Gelatine. That's it.
They're Jello shots.
Pretty much.
Is it?
Mix them in a drink.
It's a
Goodberry
gelatinous
Jello
sphere,
sauce. Got
but
it.
we eat it instead. I'll
Okay.
take that.
20 gold pieces for the whole thing.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Actually, hang on.
Oh, I forgot to give myself the one platinum piece from earlier also on here.
Actually, no, because a fucking ration is so. We'll say, 2 gold pieces for the whole bag. Not 20, because that seems a bit excessive since the rations are only 5 silver. I know they're lighter, but
Hey, that's pretty good.
those are 2. Was there anything else you were interested in purchasing?
fucking 90% discount.
Not that I could tell.
Okay.
Actually, can I tell anything about the other magic items that weren't mentioned?
Like which ones?
I'm forgetting what the other ones
There was
were.
the cloak of billowing.
Okay.
There was the
And
where was
one
it?
of scowls, one of smiles.
One of
Priscilla
scowls,
Express.
one of smiles.
My shopping list is on the. But anyway, actually, yeah.
Yeah, there's the mystery key. There is the unbreakable arrows that Alamine was showing interest in. And that was all the magical stuff that you guys could find.
Well, check out the key also.
Okay. They do not know what the hell it does. They
Do I
sit
have-
there and they sit there and just say key open something.
Would I have any idea of what it would open?
Nah, it just looks like a key.
Does it look like a particular type of key, like styled?
Imagine like a dungeon key, right?
So it's like the most generic key.
Yeah, a generic key, but take
know what?
like the end that you stick into the lock?
Yeah.
You know how normally there's like little like prongs or whatever the hell to like trigger the
teeth?
tumblers or whatever. Yeah, the teeth. There's nothing there. It's literally just like a metal cylinder with like a hook with like a little round hook in the end.
You know,
But you can tell it's a key.
Would we?
you know, I'm gonna get this thing just because I feel like it might come in handy later.
Okay.
Would we
I was
think
gonna
it's
buy it.
something? Would we
That-
think it's done?
That is like how I always feel with Dark Souls. Oh, cool! I got some random fucking thing.
Sorry,
Would
what were
we
you gonna
think
say,
it's-
Emmy?
Would we think it's some
Okay.
sort of skeleton key, magical skeleton key?
That's my guess. How much would this thing be?
10
I don't
gold
think
pieces.
this thing was magical, was it?
10 gold pieces.
10, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Still doing
Whoa.
my ritual.
And then putting it in, I almost accidentally turning the 113 to 103. I accidentally hit 0 twice. So somehow unless I caught, I almost more than
Yeah, I mean you're breaking up.
I almost gave myself 1,003 by mistake. Corrected it.
Okay.
Oh, I just magicked up a shit ton more gold. Don't mind me.
Essentially the way the key works is the key has a 5% chance to open any lock.
Cool.
5%.
But once you use 5% chance, once it unlocks something, the key disappears.
Oh, so it can stick around if it fails. It's just once it works.
Yes.
No good.
That's
Yeah, you can only-
basically, I'm gonna save it until I come across something that might be worthwhile. And
Yeah.
in which case, just keep on trying until it works.
No, see, once you try it on the lock, if it doesn't work on that lock, that's the only shot you get.
Oh, I was implying save scum tactics.
We're gonna save scum this lock. Hold on.
No, we're gonna hang on. Let me save scum this fucking treasure chest. What?
Do you?
Oh,
That
where's the-
sounds really bad.
Where's the save state button?
Yeah, where's the save state button?
Yeah.
Okay,
Where's the
so-
Nintendo DS?
Yeah. So-
F1.
So that was Abanamran. That was okay. So next, wait, hang on. See character names. Hyde. Were you interested in purchasing anything?
Yes, but unless they seem ready to leave, I would continue with my ritual.
All right, so I'll get to you last. If that's the case,
Did Varys want to buy anything or Oliver?
did Varys want to buy anything?
He does, but he's waiting for everybody else to make their purchase.
Okay, Olivine.
How much are the arrows?
The arrows are a total of 10 gold.
I'll take them.
All right. They are
What the fuck are they?
They are unbreakable arrows.
Ooh, they're the kind that you can retrieve.
This arrow cannot be broken except when it is within an anti-magic field. Which means from now on, anytime you sit there, and if you use the unbreakable arrows, as long as you spend the minute after combat picking them up, you'll always get all of them back. You have
Oh my god, these are
you have
amazing.
you have 16 of them.
All right, this is cool. I'm gonna always do that.
All right, I will operate under that assumption.
I'm a cheap ass anyway, so I'd probably try to retrieve all of my arrows regardless. But
Well, the thing is that I like the ruling. I feel like the ruling just kind of indicates that like you shot one off and it, like hit weird and broke or something, because normal arrows would probably eventually break. So
I would assume that it was like a percentile roll or some shit for did they break or not.
yeah, well, this completely gets rid of that. It's just okay, you find your arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you can just
Is
assume
it
that I'm
the,
always gonna get them back.
Yeah, unless you're like shooting somebody who's like behind, who's got their back to a cliff, and you like miss, then that one's gone.
Don't worry, it'll just take me a minute. I'll be right back.
Like, yeah, you guys just wait here. I'll be right back. I just gotta climb down there and grab my fucking arrow.
Oh, hi.
You know,
You came across an adult green dragon. Roll initiative, Oliver. Solo.
Good thing I can run really fast. Sort of.
You know, I am cheap enough. I would climb down that thing for one arrow.
I mean, to be fair, the green dragon might not be a bad guy.
It is saying.
Pardon me,
Okay.
sir. That arrow over there. May I get
No. Oliphant comes across a mind flare. Roll initiative.
Yeah, there you go.
What the fuck a mind flare doing up here?
Yeah, but
No. It's down
You're
at the
far
bottom
from
of the.
home.
It's down at the bottom of the cliff.
yeah,
How
it's down at
deep
the
is
bottom.
this cliff?
Very deep.
It goes
Well-
down to Australia.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Okay.
Well, there might be water down
Oh,
there.
crikey, that's a mind flare down in his natural habitat.
Never do.
Fiber.
Yeah.
There
sorry.
might be
Oh wait,
might
no,
be-
hang on. Olivine, was there anything else you wanted to purchase?
Unless there's anything else, like
No, that's
magically.
everything. That's everything that you have found.
Well, I will just take that, and if you can help me change my sheet so it uses those arrows, that'd be fantastic.
Will do.
And thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, you just happen to find a mind flare down there because there's a bunch of water or some shit.
Righty. So,
You know, second thought, I don't think this one arrow's worth it.
uh, Okay. Okay, so if that's everything for you, Priscilla, was there anything you wanted to purchase?
In Aino campaign, there is my shopping list. How much what would that come up to be a total of?
Priscilla's buying all the junk.
Minus gelatinous cube because.
Well, yeah, mine is the cube.
It's almost like she's a cat or something.
Right,
Yeah,
because the
almost like-
cube, the cube was already bought. So
Yee.
The drum was
Oh.
already bought too.
No, nobody bought the drum.
Oh, I thought there was only one drum.
There is one drum. Who bought the drum?
I
Priscilla
think
is
Priscilla's
about
to buy it.
Yeah, Priscilla's about to.
yeah,
Oh.
it's on the shopping list.
I thought she had already done it.
Total, for let's see. Oh wait. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so total for all of that stuff,
Yeah, minus the
You're
cube,
looking-
of course.
you're looking at 14 gold pieces.
It's a deal.
Alrighty. You
I'm
now
getting
have,
all of that shit.
Yeah, you now have a bunch of crap.
It's like, oh, by the way, you're exhausted because you're fucking. I don't think I'm encumbered, but yeah.
Yeah.
So let me delete the weird block. Right? The weird block was already bought.
Yeah, the gelatinous bead was already.
Not the
blocked.
weird
Okay,
block. Gelatinous bean are two separate things. And
Oh yeah,
Oh.
the weird block. The weird block nobody bought. It's just a weird block.
Okay, in that case, the list stands.
except gelatinous
So
bean.
it's I deleted it, didn't I?
Nope.
Wait, where the fuck is it? Am I blind?
After cloak
Piece of
ability.
crystal, old chest, piece of glass, weird block, crude noldol, multicolor disc, rabbit's foot, cloak of billowing. Oh, gelatinous bead. There we go. It was behind my fucking boom arm.
It was the bead that I got.
There we go.
Um,
That is the list. So what? 10 gold?
14.
14. Okay.
Yes.
In that case, edit my sheet. Inventory, gold, minus 14, which it leaves me at 99. Yay! Priscilla's gonna love you, like, goes rummaging through all of this.
Yeah.
She's such a cat.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's great.
Verily.
Alrighty. So, all right. So,
Yeah, no, thank you.
Ferris. All right. So Rosie, at this point, it probably would be safe to say that you've sat there and you've completed your ritual casting of detect magic.
Look over at everything that Priscilla's buying at the armors, the weapons.
Hold on.
Search all the things.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see that the key has some sort of weird wait, hang on. Okay, has like weird divination, some sort of weird like enchantment magic on it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, let me make sure if
Makes more sense. I don't see how that's divination.
No, I was making it. No, sorry, it's transmutation.
I was gonna say
There we
that
go.
sounds like a transmutation, man.
Yeah, because it's kind of based on the knock spell minus the whole blaring noise.
There you go.
Okay, so the key has obviously transmutation. The cloak of billowing, I feel like that would probably be alteration. The wand of smiles would be fuck. What would that be?
Enchantment.
Maybe. But the beads not magical. The drum is illusion. Hang on. Magic. Just so I can. That's conjuration. Necromancy, definitely not. Evocation, fucking hell no. Abjuration is our protection shielding. No transmutation. Able to manipulate the physical properties of both
The
items
arrows are
and people.
definitely abjuration.
The what?
The arrows are 100% abjuration.
Yeah, they would be abjuration. The two wands would probably be transmutation as well because it would manipulate a physical property of a person. So it would like physically cause them to move. Let's see, what else was there? There was the potion is it's a potion, so I'm not sure if that really counts as magical? Question mark? But given that it gives you resistance to psychic damage, it probably would have magical properties. So that one would be abjuration because it grants you resistance.
Is there anything though that we don't already know the properties of that triggers from detect magic?
Yes.
Anything that was
actually.
overlooked.
On the thing? No, not really. But you also notice as you're kind of looking around, Varus glows with let me just double check this. Varus glows with enchantment magic.
Cool.
Varus,
in the
it's
shop.
shiny.
But in the shop.
Huh?
But anything in the shop that has been overlooked.
No. Everything else is mundane.
Okay. What about the stuff that Priscilla's got? As for
The
weird block.
all that
I think he just went over it.
Yeah,
no,
the
the
chest
cloak
piece.
of billowing, the chest piece, none of that stuff appears to be magical at all.
The crystal,
just
weird block,
random crap. It's
multicolored.
just random crap.
Okay.
It's
Fair.
not magical. It's just random stuff.
Okay, well that's fair enough. At least now we eliminated that. She's going to quickly write in a notebook, potion please, and paper.
Okay, potion and paper. Let's paper. Oh. Let's see.
How much do they have?
They have just a moment.
Now I'm not a wizard, so I'm not gonna need a lot of it, just
They have like 3 or 4 pieces.
sure.
Okay. As for the so that we'll say 4. So there's 4 pieces, so that's 8 silver there. As for the potion, that is going to be roll for this one quick, but I need to remember. The potion is going to cost you. Okay. That is out of your price range. I did not expect to roll so high on that, so I'm going to be nice and I'm going to say 150 gold. I originally rolled fucking 6 on the die, so that would have been 600 gold. So I was like, at least 150 is a bit more manageable.
She just looks at her funds and then looks towards the rest of them, and just kind of holds up her bag, and then tilts her head a bit questioningly. Attachment.
I didn't catch that or what you said there.
Me neither.
Who?
After what did you? I didn't catch what you said after opens the bag or whatever.
Chat looks through it and realizes that she's short, and then she just kind of holds it up while looking over the rest of the party, held tilted, questioningly.
Yeah, I heard that part. I
That's what
just
I
thought I
said.
heard
After that?
something after.
Oh.
I thought I
No.
heard you say something after.
Nope.
Eris hands her his platinum.
Okay, well that would give you enough because you have 130 and you have 1 platinum and you just got another platinum, which means that'd be 150.
Oh wait, 1 platinum is 10 gold?
Yeah, 1 platinum is the equivalent of 10 gold.
20. Yes, okay. So then I have enough then.
Okay.
And that leaves me
So?
with 3 gold, I think. In slime picture.
Yeah. Okay, I'll drop that in there. Oh, no, delete that one.
Potion of psychic
Potion of
resistance.
Psychic resistance. Boink. Okay.
Grants resistance to psychic damage, I assume?
Yeah, it grants resistance to psychic damage for 1 hour.
Okay. Cool. I pay the man.
Okay.
Feeling much, much lighter.
Yeah, he's like super excited about that. He sits there and he like turns to the others and he like barks something, and they all sit there and they all like kind of get really happy and stuff. Varys, what did you wish to purchase?
What I wanted isn't there anymore.
What were you gonna buy?
That's for me to know.
What were you gonna buy?
The DM
You're gonna
needs to
tell me
know.
after the session.
I
You
assume
are-
it
you're
was
gonna
the
have to tell-
potion.
No, part of me feels like it was the cape.
I'll tell you after.
Okay. 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 So you all finish up your shopping and all that fun stuff. And they sit there and the guy the head guy sits there and kind of like he looks like kind of like hesitant / confused. As he sits there and kind of like bows a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you.
And they sit there and they get looks between her much emptier pouch and her purchase, and then she shrugs on me something. But they sit there and they gather up their stuff and they move along.
They sold
Thank
a lot
you.
of stuff.
Yeah, they made quite a bit of money there. Even though technically they kind of got swindled a little bit because they didn't know what the fuck they had for the most part.
I mean, still.
Well, they're
they made
gnolls.
a-
They're not
Yeah.
very smart.
No,
they
they're
made
not.
a good
Potion
amount
was-
of. They still made a good amount of money regardless.
That they did. That
plus,
they did.
Plus psychic potion is probably within the appropriate price range anyway.
Anyway,
You could probably resell that thing.
Could. It's also just-
Resell everything with double the price back to them. No.
They're
That would
dumb,
be-
but they're not that dumb.
they're not that dumb.
I want
And
to
that
help them. They're nice.
That would be mean anyway. That wouldn't
You wanna-
exactly be nice anyway.
You wanna what?
What?
You wanna do what to them?
help them.
I
They're
want
nice.
to help them.
You
Help,
wanna-
like make them have like a prospering business or something.
I love
Capitalism is a beautiful thing.
I love doing that, throwing like fucking monsters and shit. They're just like peaceful dudes.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh god, it's
What
no!
next? What next? You're gonna surprise us with a nice, family-friendly, wholesome Trask that just wants to do something.
He's
Well,
got like
I'm-
a top hat and a monocle.
oh well, I was
Okay.
gonna say. Well, I mean, I was gonna say in my home campaign, one of the NPCs That's essentially a great worm dragon has a pet Tarask, so there you go.
Pit Tarask.
Pet Tarask!
His name is George.
No, his name is Rassy.
We have a pet. Okay, you see, we have there's a mare that's a Tarask that has a top hat and a monocle.
Yeah, it's great.
Top of the morning, nature.
Yeah, fucking weird. But yeah, I love using monsters as just weird, like normal people.
He's got like a big, thick black mustache. He's very dapper.
Yeah, very dapper.
I dapper, good sir, yes.
The guy in charge sits there and kind of like nods and gives you a bit of a awkward smile. No smiles. Yeah.
That's the good sound I imagine it makes.
They're not the best at smiling, but they try.
No. Yeah. Anyway.
Safe travels.
Yep. From here you head
Safe
out.
travels.
Yeah. He sits there and he's a safe travels.
Safe travels.
He looks a little confused and slightly worried by that, but he moves along.
they speed up a bit.
Man. They just speed up a little bit.
Like, fuck it over here, they're gonna eat us.
Went from Leela to growling. Anyway, you head out from here and continue on traveling for the rest of the day. Eventually set up camp. The remainder of your trip is uneventful. It's peaceful. The weather is nice. Maybe it's cloudy here, so it's a bit cooler during one or two of the days. But for the most part, it is a quiet, safe, uneventful journey for the remainder of your travel to. There is nothing new in the G book. For your travel to the port town of Myrick. It is here that we will end this session. And we will pick up with, Myrick from Myrick to fucking whatever the fuck. I can't
Capital Dragon City place.
It's the capital city.
The little dragon place.
When we get to Myrick, Varys seems kind of grumpy.
Grumpy?
Okay, gotcha.
Alrighty.
Grumpy.
Okay.
Okay.